Yes?
So.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Oh, yes, because you I swear I didn't put over there. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, can you turn hit on and off on there? I'm pretty sure it's on to sleep. There's a switch at the bottom, switch at the photographer. Okay, switch it on off. You like your on. I can. Okay, who's mine? One. At the bottom, yep. Right there. All right, we're good to go. 11:49. We're ready to go. Brockville Braves and Orleans.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back for game number 8 of the Ontario Minor Little League Provincial Championships. This game features the Brockville Braves versus the Orleans Red Sox. We're going to introduce the teams to the field from the coin toss this morning. The Brockville Braves is our visiting team. Number 34, Jack Lanigan. Number 18, Dustin McElder. Number 44, Mac Lawrence. Number 9, Roman Trott. Number 23, Payne Wood. Number 15, Matt Duplo. Number 8, Mason Knapp. Number 11, Van Clemo. Number 12, Tyson Hogan. Welcoming team coaches Luke McElder, Mike Tribe, and Mike Wood. And now welcoming the home team for this game, the Orleans Red Sox. Number 2, Cam Seba. Number 27, Dick Poole. Number 34, Ashton Charbonneau. Number 11, Fred Morris. Number 75, Miller Good. Number 24, Cam French. Number 16, Miles Morissette. Number 32, Paul Guilbeault. Number 15, Beckham Lepine. Number 99, Zane Malloy. Number 1, Jeremy Giroux. And number 22, Felix Fawcett. And welcoming the coaches, Ryan Malloy, Pat Charbonneau, and Chris French. I now call the home plate to representatives from each team that are going to read the Little League Pledge.
That's off, everyone.
I trust in God, I love my country, and I'll respect its laws. I'll play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I'll always do my best. Je crois en Dieu, j'aime mon pays et je respecterai les lois, ses lois. Je jouerai franc jeu, mais m'efforcerai de gagner. Ma victoire ou défaite, on fera toujours de mon mieux.
Thank you. I now ask everyone that's able to stand, remove your hats for the playing of O Canada.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Yeah, thanks for everything, Scott. I really do appreciate it. He was wonderful, and he helped us, and he was wonderful. Thank you, Scott.
Let's go here. Hey, let's go now, boys. Let's go. Wait for it.
And nobody else does it. Well, if you want to hand us the ones that are standing, yeah, that's pretty much what they want. Thank you so much.
Read those hands early, eh, Chum? Jamie, let's go get you, Dad. You sure? Ashton, one more step on it. Let's go. Cam Noon, make sure you back up first on the bunt, right? All right, here we go. And on the throw from the infield. Let's go.
Hello and welcome here to Pembroke, Ontario. It's day 3 of the 2026 Minor Ontario Provincials, game 2 of the day, and it's a lower bracket action between the Brockville Braves and the Orleans Red Sox. Hello everybody, my name is Jacob Ewing, and while we're set for our final game of the day as both these teams look to extend their tournament another day, and starting pitcher this afternoon for the Orleans Red Sox, number 2, Cam Seba gets the start for the Sox. And he'll face, obviously, starting top of the order, Jack Lanigan. As Lanigan sends a ball into foul territory and will foul it off. So one game already done here today. The 9 o'clock first pitch between Upper Ottawa Valley and the Windsor Central Cyclones, a game that went the distance, 6-5 final score, as Upper Ottawa Valley moves on. It's a full count on the first batter. Here's the payoff. And it's ball 4, and Jack Lanigan works a leadoff walk for the Braves. And will trot on down to first base. There's Daxon Mepolder. Mepolder will be the starting catcher in the bottom of the inning. Played so many crucial roles in Brockville's first game. Shortstop, pitcher, catcher. And while I got to call the district playdowns for this Brockville team where they took on the Cornwall River Rats and the Kingston Colts to, well, get a chance to play in the Provincials. So strong. And Dexon is one of their premier players. That's another ball going the way for Mempelder. It's a 3-0 hole for Seba. Got to find the zone here now. And he'll get one back for a strike as he'll paint the outside. And we'll go to the 3-1. And it's ball 4 for Mempelder, and it's back-to-back walks to start the game for the Braves. 2 on for Mac Lawrence. Lawrence will show bunt right off the gate. And winds up for a full swing. Strike 1. As Seba gets it by him. Lawrence will see the 0-1. And top of the zone will just be a tad high. It will split the first 2 pitches, 1-1. So the Braves 0-1 in the tournament. They had to bypass the first round, but lost yesterday to East Nepean, 11-1 final score. And for the Sox, they went to the lower bracket after a 6-2 loss to High Park, and then a win yesterday against the Timmins Lynx, a clean and concise one, 15-0 after the 15-run mercy rule after 3 innings to get him here today. It's strike 3 in the first punch out of the afternoon from Cam Seba, and there's 1 down as the Red Sox start their battle back into the inning. And here's Rowan Tribe up to the bats with 2 on. The first one up high. Seba will also at top of the order when the Red Sox are due up in the bottom of the first. So a pivotal role for Cam today. And Tribe gets kind of jammed inside by the hands. Will foul it back. And we'll go 1-1. Tribe shows bunt, pulls in goods from third. And it takes a strike right down the pipe. Looking, and Seba in search of 2 consecutive. He's got 2 strikes against Tribe. The cleanup hitter got to protect. And it's outside as that one rides away. Tribe still got to stay alive. Anything close, got to battle. 2-2. And swings through. Just a tad slow for a 3rd strike. And Cam Seba starting to heat up here after back-to-back walks. He's got 2 straight strikeouts. And here's Kane Wood, the starting pitcher this afternoon for the Braves, as the 2 starters will go out of here. Wood fouls that one back off the mask of Morissette. As it's again another showing the bunt and then loading up for a full swing. That pulls in 3rd baseman Miller Goods, as he's got to be there to cover if the bunt is laid down. 0-1. And Wood swings at that one as well. And Seba in search of the finisher has the 0-2 lead. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 down the middle from Cam Seba, who recovers after back-to-back walks, shrugs it off his shoulders, and gets 3 straight strikeouts to end the top of the first inning, as it's an elimination Sunday. And when we come back, it's the Red Sox first opportunity on the offense to get on the board. You're watching the 2026 Minor Provincials here in Pembroke. Bottom of the first, and it's the Red Sox first opportunity to open the ball game. Cam Sema, Vic Hool, and Ashton Charbonneau, the confirmed 3 here for Orleans. And first pitch as Sema has to fold like a table. To get away from it, it will be a ball 1. Starting pitcher this afternoon for the Brockville Braves, number 23, Kane Wood. And Seba will take a strike looking. Kemp, very strong start to the ball game. Worked 2 walks, but 3 straight strikeouts for number 2. As he'll pop this one up in the infield, and nobody able to get underneath of it. After Rowan Tribe, the third baseman, came in, called the pitcher and the shortstop off, but unable to get underneath of it. And bit of an error there. We'll get Seba aboard first base, and it's a base runner here for the Red Sox to work with. And here's Vic Hool. Hool slowly hit to the mound. Turn and fire from Kane to second in time. And it'll be a fielder's choice to keep a runner out of scoring position. Smart play there from Wood. Wood to turn and make it quick as well, and he did. And there's Ashton Charbonneau. And strike 1. Runner down to second as well. They're going to test him, and the shortstop and the second baseman both covering the bag. Put an easy slide in there for Hool. Will move himself now to his scoring position as he advances. That's only not a bad play for the shortstop and the second baseman to both cover the bag. As we've seen a lot of times where there's error throws that get all the way to center field, and an initial steal of one base ends up to 2. Here's Hool down the third. He'll go from one corner to the next himself. Starts at first, now gets to third. And a chance for Charbonneau to drive in the first run of the game. On the end of the bat, and that one gets past Lanigan at shortstop to center field. It's an RBI single for Ashton Charbonneau, and the Red Sox have opened the scoring. It's 1-0. And we'll bring up Fred Morris, the cleanup hitter, with a smooth swing on through for a strike. And the Red Sox have played good baseball this week. As mentioned earlier, they're only lost to High Park, who are still perfect in the tournament. That was a very close game. High Park pulled away with a couple runs at the end. 6-2 final back on day 1. As Orleans took a win handedly yesterday. 15-0. And a swing through again for Morris for a second strike. And Kane Wood searching for his first strikeout. Chance to find it here. Got the 1-2 delivery. And strike 3 as Morris goes swinging. And there's 2 down. And there's Miller Goods. Goods, one of the power hitters for the Red Sox. Trying to keep the inning alive. And first pitch will ride away for a ball. Throw down to second. The tag! Got him! It's a throw down from the plate to second base as Daxon Meppelder guns him down. And that will end the first inning. A nice play there by the Braves as they try to create some momentum as they send themselves to the offense in the top of the second. But Orleans has opened the ball game as Vic Hool comes around and makes it 1-0. When we come back, top 2 here in Pembroke. Top of the second. As we're through one. And back in the top of the first, the Braves had 2 on, but it was the man at the mound, Cam Seba, who was able to find 3 straight strikeouts to keep the Braves scoreless. Looking to change that, though, Maverick Duclos, who will lead things off. He's the only pitcher who's unavailable today for the Braves after he went majority of the game in their first game of the tournament. And Duclos got himself a quick 2-0 lead. And it's ball 3. And Seba in the direction of potential walk here. Got to find the zone, the 3-0. And the automatic strike as they'll get one back. Knew he had to deliver one, so we just tossed it right down the middle. That's ball 4 upstairs for Maverick Duclos. And it's a leadoff walk, a spinning image to what we saw in the top of the first. And here's Mason Knapp. As it's a 9-player lineup for Brockville. So when they're in the field, there's no substitutions. Everyone's got to play. As they are missing some players. As out of the lineup, here's the lineup I had, as I'll compare it to their district lineup with Max McDonald, Ben Barton, Grady Spicer, and as well as Tyson Hogan. Players who are not in the lineup here today. It's strike 3. Looking for Mason Knapp, and back to the strikeout ways is Cam Seba, his 4th of the afternoon. As he is dealing. It's either strikeout or walk from Seba here early on. And here's Van Clemo. As he swings one down to the dirt. He tried to get a piece of it. A bit of a golf swing there from Clemo. We'll look to straighten things up here. Just like that, rides it to right field, and it's over top of the glove. And Van Clemo will get aboard first base and advance Duclos down to second as he's looked for third now, as that's an error throw all the way to the left field fence. And both runners will get an extra bag. And Clemo down to second as he gets himself a single. And Duclos into third, and tying run, a base hit away, and go-ahead run also in scoring position. As we'll see. Oh, pardon me, this is Tyson Hogan, so I mentioned he's not in the lineup. He is. This is Hogan, as that's a hard pitch off the glove of Morissette, and an awkward bounce off the backstop, but will be recovered, and no run, though. There's a ball. Quick 2-0 lead here for Hogan. And it's ball 3. And another hole here for Seba. Potential to load the bases. And it will. It's a 4-pitch walk for Tyson Hogan. And with top of the order due up and Jack Lanigan, the bases are loaded here for the Braves, who are looking to respond. Down by 1, mound meeting from Orleans head coach, and looks like that will do it for Cam Seba at the mound after he faces everybody in the order. And it was just back and forth. Seba had it. I mean, if you look at strikeout-wise, 9 batters, 4 strikeouts, but also accompanied by 4 walks. It's just kind of teeter-tottered back and forth between the strikeout and walk ratio. And not a whole lot of contact. The only one to find it was Van Clemo. got a board off of an error in right field. And so the Red Sox, a quick substitution at the mound, as it's Fred Morris who will take to the rubber and begin his warm-up. And quite the situation here for Morris. Bases loaded, only one out. And you got to wonder if the quick substitution is to potentially keep the New Orleans Red Sox thinking about maybe implications in a potential game tomorrow. So Seba goes to second base. Fred Morris is ready to go, and so is Jack Lanigan. Bases loaded, top of the order. Lanigan walked his last time here. Couple steps in is the left side of the infield, and the first pitch from Morris to the backstop. And we'll start things off with ball number 1. What a spot this is for Lanigan. 1-0. Contact, dies down. First one, 2, it's good. It's played to the plate, and they'll get the force out at home. Smart play there by Miller Goods. And beneficial that the infield was in as his travel to that ball, not as major as it might have been if he was in normal position, and that's out number 2. As the Red Sox try to fight against the bases loaded situation. Daxon Meppelder. First pitch up high. That one's really inside. As Meppelder bit a sigh of relief there after he's put into a spin cycle to get away from it. It's a 2-0 lead. Morris looked for the outside, won't find it. And Meppelder up with 3 balls. Would love a 4th one, but would tie the game. Morris got a battle. And he will. Gets one back. Needs 2 more of those. 3-1 pitch. And he'll keep Meppelder here. It's strike 2. 2 outs, bases loaded. And the payoff pitch from Fred Morris. Meppelder up the middle to center field. 1 run will score, and it's an RBI single for Daxon Meppelder, and the game is tied. And what a situation. It's a full count, and it's swinging as Morris delivered it right down the middle. He had to make contact, and it's perfect. Comebacker over the mound, and here's Mac Lawrence. First hit of the ball game as well for the Braves. As Clem will find contact, but I called it an error. As Lawrence fouls that one back. We'll go 1-1. Lawrence struck out. And the fastball delivered from Morris for strike 2. As down to a knee went Lawrence, trying to find something on the barrel. It's 2 strikes against him. The 1-2. Up high, called for second ball. Yeah, it's up by the ice side, and it's another full count. Back-to-back batters. Morris unable to win the last one. He's got round 2 here, though. Here's a payoff. In the air, that will rise behind the backstop and out of play, and we'll do it all over again. As Lawrence understands, he's got to swing. If it's anything close, ball 4 would score a run. Payoff. And that will be the result. The Braves will have their first lead of the ball game. It's ball 4 on the payoff pitch, and the bases loaded walk, and it's 2-1 for Brockville. Here's Rowan Tribe, the cleanup hitter. also struck out his first time here. And he swings through on the first one as Morris is looking to attack the batter right away. A fastball down the middle. And he does it again, strike two. Brings the heat on early here for Tribe. And he's got an 0-2 lead. Does he go for third time's the charm? First one down to the dirt, but he can mix in balls here since he took an early lead. We'll go to the 1-2. Got him, strike three, and Fred Morris gets out of the bases loaded jam, but not after the Brockville Braves get their first 2 runs and take the lead. It's 2-1, and when we come back, it's the Orleans Red Sox looking to respond here in Pembroke in a lower bracket elimination game. Bottom 2 as we join you back here in Pembroke, and leading things off, it's Miller Goods. It's Goods. Well, looking to get things going here. There's a hold off and take that one through, so the Braves score 2 in the top of the inning to take a 1-run lead. And so Goods, this is his one. I believe he was at the bats. And then there's a pickoff play down at second, which ended it. So he's kind of continuing an out here. It's all 4 for Miller Goods. So we'll work a leadoff walk. He's on down to first base. And here's Cam French due up. As French will wait the first pitch from our starting pitcher here, Kane Wood, back out for a second inning of work. As Wood 1 strikeout in the first against Fred Morris. French shows bunt, leads into it, fouls it off. And we'll split the first 2, 1-1. Up high. Ball 2. Down in the dirt, runner on the way is second, and it's an easy steal for Goods, as he'll move himself into his scoring position. Taking advantage of balls to the backstop. Appledore has been good in keeping them in front of him, and unable to on that one. French up to right center field, right up the alley as it gets on down. And it's runners in the corners as Goods will be held up at third base. And with 3 balls and 1 strike, you think sometimes you hold off searching for ball 4, but not Cam French. Guns a-blazing there. And a nice hit single with Miles Morissette. Chance to tie the game here for Orleans. First one to the backstop. Goods thinks about it and maybe had an opportunity there after Mepilder kind of bobbled it behind the backstop. French down is sunken as he'll advance a base. A good position here for Orleans as Brockville still searching for their first out here in the bottom 2, and there's already 2 in scoring position. Morissette behind the plate on the defensive side, and the starting catcher role. Here's the 2-0. And swings on that one. Wood will get it by him. And just on the outside, will miss for ball 3 as Wood tried to dance one in there. Gotta find the zone. Ball 4 Wood. I mean, the bases would be loaded. And that will be the result. Miles Morissette works a walk, and the bases are loaded here with no outs for the Red Sox. Just like the Braves had in the top of the inning. We'll see how the Orleans Red Sox can respond. And first pitch foul ball from Simon Guilbeault. We'll start things out with a strike, but showcasing that he's going to be aggressive at this at-bat. Wants to do some damage. Can tie the game with runner at third and can even take the lead with runner at second. Here's the 0-1 from Wood. Infield is in. And watches it ride through for a first ball. And so the winner of this game will take on Upper Ottawa Valley tomorrow after the River Cats won the opening game this morning. Guilbeault flies this one to left field. The catch is made. Goods will tag up and come on home, and the ball game is tied as it's a sacrifice fly for Simon Guilbeault. And so we'll have one down and Beckham Lapine due up. Nobody on third base after, well, the left fielder understood that he wasn't going to throw it good, so tosses it to second, which keeps runner there. This one a comebacker for Wood. It hits the ground, gets up, play to third, safe with a slide. As Cam French and the bases are loaded once again, thanks to Beckham Lapine. And here's Lapine, pardon me. And here's Malloy, Zane Malloy due up. And a heavy swing from Malloy. Searching to do some damage as he has to kind of lean over to try to get to that one. Wood in a pickle. Got to figure his way out of it. And we'll split the first 2 pitches, a ball and a strike. No miss on the outside for a second ball. And Wood can't lose the mindset. Got to stay strong. It's a 2-1 count, hitters count for Malloy. And it's ball 3. And now he's got a battle. Malloy most likely searching for a ball four, which would score a run and put the Red Sox on top. 3-1 delivery. And it's ball four for Zane Malloy, and the Red Sox have the lead with a bases loaded walk. And there's Jeremy Giroux. It's time called by head coach of the Braves. Infield in. And a good time, good spot to call this timeout. As well, they've just given up the lead, and bases are still loaded, struggling to get a run of outs here. As Malloy, Morissette, and Lapine will all meet up. And Giroux, as we're at the second last hitter in the order, as the entire lineup has produced some offense, but it's only been electrified here from the midway part and down. And down the middle there for Wood for a strike. As that ball is airily thrown away, but Morissette wasn't paying attention, or maybe could have taken advantage of that. So nonetheless, I think the message here is got to be clean with the bases loaded. Can't afford to have some error throws like that on the infield, some nothing plays. Giroux, contact to the first baseman, the scoop, the play to the plate. And Meppelder holds on and will save a run. As it was a one-hopper into the dirt delivered by Mac Lawrence, but Jackson put his body in front of it and able to corral it with the glove, and there's two down, and we remain at 3-2. Still with the bases loaded. Here's Felix Fawcett. Fawcett pulls this one to third base. The backhand play from Rowan Tribe will end the inning. A thing of beauty, as it had to be perfect or that could have did some damage. But the Red Sox take back the lead as they score a pair of runs, and it's 3-2 as we head to the top of the third. The Braves back on the offense. Well, looking to keep a string of some offensive innings alive when we come back. Top of the third as the first two innings are off and over. It's 3-2 as well. Both teams threatened with the bases loaded in the second diving attempt from Morissette after a bunt attempt from Kane Wood was popped up slightly, but will end up foul and be written down as a strike. Wood, Duclos, Knapp. 5, 6, 7. Due up in the order. Fred Morris back on the bump after he joined us in the top of the second inning. There's the 0-1. And it's the first ball, and we'll split the first two pitches. As well, Miller Goods he has the indication that we may see a bunt after the first attempt, so he's a couple steps in for sure, same as Simon Guilbeault. And it's ball 3, 3 strike going the way of Wood. And he's got a chance here to work a walk. 3-1 from Morris. And that will be the result. Kane Wood with a leadoff walk for the Braves, and it's a runner to work with as Maverick Duclos due up. And up high for a ball. And while Morris got to tighten things up here. As well, shoe tying from Kane Wood. Down at first, make sure if he's going to run, he's got to have his shoes tied up. It's got to be rule 1 of base running. Must have your shoes tied. And so we'll get back underway here. I believe resumed in a 1-0 count for Duclos. It's up high again, ball 2. And 6 straight balls here from Fred Morris. It's ball 3. And Duclos in a major lead. We'll see if he searches for ball 4. Would put 2 on. Morris needs one now. And he'll find it to get one back. (3-1). It's strike 2 on the inside corner, and Morris has fought his way back to a full count. And will deliver the payoff. It's upstairs, ball 4 for Maverick Duclos. As the battle back from Morris won't be able to deliver the dagger. And it's 2 on. Now for the Braves. And here's Mason Knapp, 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. .30 pitches here for Fred Morris. Bunch shown from Knapp, fouls it back. Shows bunt again. This one laid down, rides the third base line, but will spin foul, and he'll make both base runners go back and gives the indication that he may bunt. 0-2 lead, though, here for Fred. As Morris really tries to wind up early, trying to catch the batter off guard. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3, swinging for Mason Knapp. Back-to-back strikeouts for Knapp on the afternoon, and the first out here of the top of the third for Fred Morris. And there's Van Clemo, who did get on base his first time up. It was an error from the right fielder, as he'll show bunt right away. Winds up normally, and we'll see ball 1. Great catcher from Morris set behind the plate. Now will restrict runners from going. That one's below the zone, below the knees. And it's 3 balls here for Clemo. We saw Fred Morris have himself in this situation before. He battled back, made it a full count. Can he do it again? 3-0. And it's a 4-pitch walk to load the bases for the third consecutive half inning. As the Braves had it in the top of the second, the Red Sox had it in the bottom of the second inning, and the Braves have it again. Bases loaded for Tyson Hogan at the bottom of the order. That's a mound meeting. And that will do it for Fred Morris on the afternoon at the mound. As they'll bring in a reliever, and it looks to be Jeremy Giroux. As again, it's the second pitching changer for the Red Sox where they've had the bases loaded in 1 out. The same situation where Fred Morris joined the game. And it's Giroux, the lefty. He will try to get out of the bases loaded jam. As we'll see Hogan, who walked his first time up, due up. In a big time scenario. As mentioned, elimination game. As we'll take a look at our games tomorrow as well, 9 and 12 p.m., 9 a.m. The 9 a.m. game will be the Upper Ottawa Valley River Cats, who all confirmed their spot in this morning's game, and they'll play the winner of this game. As both teams look to ride in the lower bracket. And our 12 p.m. game already confirmed. It's High Park, the Grenadiers taking on East Nepean. The two last undefeated teams. As one of those two teams will book a ticket to the finals. And so we're good to go. Here's Hogan to the plate. Bases loaded, and he'll be the first opponent here for the new reliever, Jeremy Giroux. And it's ball one. And for Morris said he's got to be sharp himself. If anything gets through, runner could come home. That represents the tying run. And swinging through is Hogan as he drops down to a knee to try to match the height of it. One pitch. And freeze is Hogan. Strike two. And Giroux looking to start things off successfully for himself this afternoon at the mound. He's got a 1-2 lead. And Hogan gives that one a ride down the left field line, and it is foul. Now that could have been a difference maker. So close. As that would have easily scored one and probably two. He'll stay with 2 strikes for Hogan. He'll have to try it all over again. The 1-2. Oh yeah, strike 3. And a punch out for Jeremy Giroux on the first batter he faces. And as we go back to the top of the order for Jack Lanigan. 0 for 1, a walk at a fielder's choice. As head coach of the Braves, quick word with the home plate umpire saying that was a foul ball. And maybe I missed it. If there was contact, obviously would keep him there, and they will confirm it. It's a strikeout for Tyson Hogan. And it's Jack Lanigan, top of the order, 2 out. And Giroux trying to keep his team in the lead. And it's first pitch down low for a ball. Flanagan. Trying to come up for his team big here. And swings through in a similar pitch near the knees for a strike. And Giroux starting to ooze with confidence. Here's the 1-1. And a good hold there from Lanigan as he flinches a tad, but will earn himself a second ball. And it's ball 3. Morissette keeps it in front of him, though. Which is important, but Giroux down 3-1. Kind of fun to zone here. We'll see a tie game. 3-1 delivery. Andy well down the pipe for a second strike. And they've seen this situation before this game already. 2 outs, full count, bases loaded in a 1-run game. And Lanigan will see the payoff. And it's ball 4 for Jack Lanigan, and the Braves have tied the game with a bases-loaded walk. And here's Daxon Meppelder. Last time up, a single and an RBI. Looking for a potential couple more RBIs here. And just misses the outside. Really good take there from Meppelder as he doesn't bite on it and earns himself the call. Meppelder down the left field line, just foul. As it just spun off the bat. Looked like it might have been fair down the third base marker, but by the time it got to that left field white spray paint, it was out. We'll split the first two, 1-1. And it's ball 2. Just misses that outside marker. We've seen a lot of base runners this game. Runs have been a hot commodity, though. Hard to come by. And that one just foul as well. As the ratio for base runners to runs has been, well, super small. And a lot more base runners just need someone to knock them home. But a chance here from Meppelder. The 2-2 here from Giroux. And that will get Meppelder in the back as he takes it like a champ, and I'm sure he'll be okay with that. As the Brockville Braves have taken the lead, as it's back-to-back bases loaded walks. And here's Mac Lawrence. And we'll see the 2-out catcher rule. Daxon Meppelder will head back to the dugout. And Tyson Hogan will take his place down at first base. So Lawrence, 0 for 1, strikeout his first time and his walk his last time. Well, for Giroux, has walked a couple batters in a row now. And back to a strike away as he gets the first one. It's over top of the head of Lawrence. Had to be careful there. That was very close to getting a piece of him. If he would have stood still, it would have got him. But hitting the deck to get away from it. 1-1. And he swings at that one, fouls it back to bring Giroux to a second strike. And needs it here. Has had strike 2 counts against a couple different batters now, but Jeremy Giroux hasn't had the finisher. Does he have it here? Trying to send this team back to the offense, only down by 1. The 1-2 to Lawrence. And we'll stay here with the second ball. But can mix in a couple balls here. Doesn't have to go for a 8-away. And it's ball 3. That's a full count. The Red Sox haven't had a lot of these go their way. Is this the opportunity to seize one? Here's the payoff. And it's ball 4 for Mac Lawrence. And it's another bases loaded walk. The third one this inning. And the Braves have extended their lead. It's 5-3. And that will do it for Jeremy Giroux. As we'll have Rowan Tribe due up momentarily. As it's Ashton Charbonneau who will take to the mound in relief for Giroux, who was only able to find 1 out and joining the ball game. Had so many, as I mentioned, 2 strike counts, but just unable to find the finisher. And it was 3 straight walks to end his afternoon on Lanigan, Meppelder, and Lawrence, which pulled the trigger on the pitching change. And so Charbonneau will start his warm-up before we get back underway. And a lot of small ball here. A lot of walks. Maybe a single sprinkled in here and there. But there's been a lot of base runners. There's Rowan Tribe, and everybody in the Brockville lineup except for Mason Knapp. And Rowan Tribe has walked. All other 7 batters have. Strike 1 swinging on Tribe, who has struck out earlier in the game. And Tribe will foul it back. And just like that, Charbonneau has got 2 strikes against him. Needs the finisher. Can't let this inning drag on if you're the Red Sox. The 0-2. Finisher confirmed. Ashton Charbonneau only needs 3 pitches to get out of the top of the third and delivers the strikeout one on Rowan Tribe to leave the bases stranded. But the Brockville Braves get back to their offense. They scored 3 runs and make it 5-3. And when we come back, it's the Red Sox turn to try to tie up the game or take the lead themselves. bottom of the third. It's Cam Seba due up, top of the order. Seba, Hool, and Charbonneau, 1, 2, 3. For the Red Sox down by 2. Looking how to get back in the game as they have in the bottom of the second when they took the lead for the first time, but the lead has flip-flopped back and forth a couple times. And a hold off and see a strike on through. Kane Wood back to work for the third inning. And Seba loads out, but early on it will foul it off for a second strike. And Meppel there behind the plate is just pumping Kane with positive comments as he has done all game long. And it's a ball as Seba stares it down as it rides away. Seba down the right field line, down for a base hit. It could be more. He'll turn first aggressively, get to second. He's eyeing up for 3. And Cam Seba with a leadoff triple as he sent a bullet to right field, perfectly down the base path. And that is a perfect way to start the inning on the offense for the Red Sox. We'll bring up tying run. Vic Hool at the plate. And you can hear the Red Sox dugout excited, loud after that triple that ignited it. Ball 2 on the outside for Hool. 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. And it's a third straight ball, and this could put runners in the corners here. Kane. Got a battle. Seen a lot of walks this ball game from both teams. Won't have one yet at this at-bat. Strike 1. And he fouls it back on the bottom of the bat for Hool. Will bring us to a full count after Wood was able to find strike zone consistency. And here's the payoff. Up the middle, over the mound, and past the shortstop. It's Vic Hool who will get himself an RBI single, and the Red Sox bring the ball game within 1 as it's 5-4. And loud to the Red Sox fan base. Ashton Charbonneau, single and an RBI attached along with that base hit. And first pitch tips the top of the zone for a strike. And what a back and forth game. This is setting the sights on what we saw earlier today when it ended 6-5. Only 1 run the difference. Obviously that's the scoreline we sit at right now, but it just feels like for the remainder of this game, that's probably what we're going to see. Here's the 1-1. Stares it down. Hool down to second. The throw just skips out of the glove of Lanigan, who was covering the base. And so safe. As the initial call from the umpire was an out, she didn't see that the ball skipped out. So if that ball was corralled by Jack Lanigan, that could have been out number 1 and a big one. Nonetheless, we'll see another pitcher from Charbonneau. And he skies that one into foul territory. Just over top of the Red Sox faithful. Two. Wood looking for the first down of the inning. And Charbonneau into the glove of Mark Lawrence at first base with a jumping effort to get out number one, and runner won't be able to advance. That is a major athletic play from Mac Lawrence, and there's one down. And here's Fred Morris, the cleanup hitter, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Morris with a heavy chop on the first swing. This one down the right field line. It's going to ride it, and it will just go foul. Will end up in strike two, and good effort as well from Van Clemo to try to cover the ground and make the grab and foul territory, but just runs out of time. It's an 0-2 lead for Wood. Morris, who's had 2 mega chops, got to protect now. 0-2 in play. He pulls that one right up the alley between first and second, getting the wave, his runner on home. And Vic Hool will score, and the game is tied. It's an RBI single for Fred Morris. And we're all knotted up at 5 apiece. And what a play. Had to reach down just to get to that ball, but it's perfect location. Miller Goods. First pitch in there for a strike. Runner down to second. The throw is out of the glove again as it spills to center field. Venerable's trying his luck now to third. It's one corner to the next for Fred Morris, who gets all the way to third. And the Red Sox are threatening to take back the lead. And Goods, one pitch ago, had a runner on first. Now his teammate a base hit away. Goods, this one to left field, and a diving catch is made. Play to the plate. It's safe as Fred Morris gives the Red Sox the lead as he tags up and comes home. It's a sacrifice fly from Miller Goods. And what a bottom of the third inning has been from the Red Sox. They have matched the production that the Braves had after they scored 3 runs in the top of the inning. The Red Sox have already scored 3 of their own and looking for more. Here's Cam French. French, single. His first time up. And reaches in to swing there. French, ground ball. Dies down by Tribe at third. Turns and fires, and French is safe. As the throw was a tad late after Tribe had to hesitate to recollect that ball. And it's a single for Cam French, back-to-back on the ball game. And here's Miles Morissette. Morissette cracks this one to left field, and a diving catch is made again. Oh my, what a performance in the bottom of the third by the left fielder of the Braves. As number 12, Tyson Hogan, makes back-to-back beautiful catches. And that will do it as the Red Sox have taken the lead. Came into it down by 2 and come out of it up by 1. And we're at the half-point marker of this ball game. And when we come back, it's the Braves looking to respond at the top of the 4th. First pitch to Kane Wood. As we'll see, ball number 1, Ashton Charbonneau, who joined us in the top of the 3rd. Found a quick strikeout as he came in with 2 outs, closed the inning on only 3 pitches. We'll split the first 2 on Wood. As a quick rhythm here for Charbonneau, who's trying to make quick work here. He's got a 1-2 count against Wood. As he'll foul that one back right to the camera. As it puts it into a bit of a shaky cycle, but hey, we're still good. And so, manager of the Braves and has a quick conversation with Kane Wood, trying to calm down the pace that Charbonneau is pitching at, saying don't be afraid to take your time. Go back to a 1-2. Got him! Strike 3 upstairs. And there's 1 down. There's Maverick Duclos. There's not even much time to collect yourself. As soon as you're in the box, he throws the pitch. And coach will call time again to talk to Duclos to try to slow down the pace that Charbonneau is pitching at. As he's doing it so fast that Brockville batters are not even have time to collect themselves. I mean, fair play to Ashton. He's just outpacing them. Now Duclos ready to go. We'll see you 0-1. And there's a ball. And getting away from it as he spins 180. And it's ball 3. And now Charbonneau got to find the zone. 3-1. And Duclos with a late decision to swing on through. As that most likely, I would have guessed, would have been ball 4 as he was stepping away just to get a piece of it. Nonetheless, we'll go to a payoff pitch on the full count from Ashton Charbonneau. And it's strike 3 down the pipe looking for Maverick Duclos. And there's 2 down as Ashton Charbonneau, a rapid pace, is making rapid work here in the top of the 4th. And there's Mason Knapp, who's 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts on the game. Trying to change that here. And Charbonneau starts him off just like all the other batters with a strike. And strike 2 looking this time. It's an 0-2 lead for Charbonneau, trying to strike out the sign himself. No one's been able to match his pace. He's been consistently to find the strike zone. Here's the 0-2. And it's ball 1. He can mix one in, though, when you take an 0-2 lead that early. One, 2. And we'll foul it back to do it all again as it's dropped by a Brockville fan in the crowd as it goes right to him. And all eyes in the Brockville fan section go to him. Unfortunately, we're not playing Savannah Banana baseball, or, that could have been an out. We'll resume back at the plate here. 1-2. Unstoppable was Ashton Charbonneau in the top of the 4th as he strikes out the side. What a performance, the best pitching performance we've seen all game long, and will send us to the bottom of the 4th with the Red Sox still up by 1 and searching to extend their lead when we return. Bottom fourth, and the Red Sox a chance to extend their lead after we haven't had a lot of scoreless half innings, but there was one there, and it's all thanks to Ashton Charbonneau, who was picture perfect. Kane Wood, who has pitched all 3 innings and will continue to do so here for the Braves in a 1-run game. It's Simon Guilbeault. RBI with a sacrifice fly to left field. Up the middle, a comebacker handled by Wood. Toss to first is good. And there's one down. Here's Beckham Lapine. 1 for 1 with a single is Lapine. And we'll start things out with a ball 1. Lapine, this one to deep center field as it's a moonshot. And not having to move much there was the Brockville outfielder to make the grab. And there's 2 down. As it was really good contact, just really good location is the Brockville fielder. I can't get a number on that. As bunt laid down perfectly in between the pitcher, catcher, and third baseman. Zane Malloy, picture perfect on the bunt attempt, will get down to first. As I believe that was Mason Knapp out in center field who made that catch. Just had to give him some props after I look at all my numbers and who I've got in what positions. Jeremy Giroux. With 2 outs. Runner to the back, ball to the backstop. Malloy down to first in a successful steal. Down to second, pardon me. Wow. Runner in scoring position nonetheless, though. As trying to add a bit of insurance here is the Red Sox. And Giroux will swing through, foul it back. And we'll split the first 2, 1-1. That one just fouled off early with Giroux. And Kane Wood, who got 2 outs from his field, looking to potentially end it off himself. Ball 2 on the outside. As the first initial out, he made the play himself, a comebacker. Second one was a catch out in center field. Can he cap it off with a strikeout? Giroux looking to stay alive. It's the 2-2. In play, and it's down right up the alley into no man's land. Takes an awkward bounce past the right fielder. Runner comes around, and it's an RBI single for Jeremy Giroux. As Zane Malloy doubles the lead for the Red Sox, it's 7-5. And with 2 strikes against him, 2 outs, he never gave up. And here's Felix Fawcett. They're down to second. They're going to test Giroux, and that ball just gets out of the glove of the 2 players covering the bag. And now he's on his way to third, and it's 1 corner to the next for Jeremy Giroux. If that was an initial risky play down to second, it was on time. If the catch would have been successful, it would have been a close play, but goes the Red Sox way, and in a close game, sometimes you got to take risks in order to pull away. Fawcett hammers this one to right field. It's an RBI single for Felix Fawcett. Jeremy Giroux comes around and scores, and the Red Sox have extended their lead to 3. And after the quick 2 outs by the Braves, it's been a hitting parade. As the bottom of the order has gone to work. And Cam Seba due up last time. He hit himself a triple, and a pitching change will come here for the Brockville Braves, as that will do it on the afternoon for Kane Wood. It'll be Rowan Tribe coming to the mound for the Braves. As he will start his warm-up, searching for the third and final out. And so after we saw Gilbo, the comebacker, Lapine shot the center field, Malloy got on, Giroux got on, Fawcett got on. And Seba, who had a triple earlier in the game, as he had a perfect hit, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was right to right field. And he turned on the Rockets. He's been on twice this game as well. Got on the first time with a error throw from the third baseman. And so we'll get resumed here. Rowan Tribe in search of a final out here in the fourth inning. First pitch to Seba, jumps over top of the ball, runner down to second. And is safe with a slide. As a safe steal from Felix Fawcett. Runner in the scoring position. Seba up the middle to center field. Fawcett gets the wave around. The throw to second. They'll get Seba in between first. He'll go back to it. And the Red Sox continue the two-out rally. 3 runs have scored. After the first 2 initial outs. Resilience from the Red Sox. And Vic Houle, RBI single last time he was out. Runner to second, and there'll be no test for Seba. And for the Braves, got to put a fork in it. After it looked like I was even predicting a potential 3-out, 3-down inning, as the first 2 were just very clean from the Braves. But since then, it's been all Red Sox. Dowland's play to the backstop. There goes runner down to third. The throw, the tag. He's safe. A close call, but Cam Seba able to avoid the tag and slide in there. As he used his speed, his jets, to beat any attempt, and that was a risky play, especially with Mapelder on the third base side of the backstop when he initially threw it. That one in play, a light one to the shortstop. Gotta be a fast throw, and Vic Houle will beat it out and score a run. Seba comes around, and it's double digits for the Red Sox. And what an inning it's been. 4 runs have scored. And what once was a 1-run game is now the Red Sox having double the tally of the Braves. Ashton Charbonneau lets one rip to foul left field, so we'll start things out with a strike. But in such a high-stakes elimination game where they were going run for run, this is a big difference maker. And we'll see a ball. And a second ball for Charbonneau. So runner on first. That's Vic Houle. After he drove home his second consecutive RBI single, and that was lobbed up there above the zone for a third ball. Rowan Tribe still searching for the third and final out, which has been his goal since he joined the game. And it's ball 4 for Ashton Charbonneau. And it's 2 in scoring position. Or 1 in scoring position, 2 on, I should say. Fred Morris, the cleanup hitter. Trying to continue things here. And after we saw the out from Lapine, Malloy, Giroux, Fawcett, Seba, Houle, and now Charbonneau. All aboard. Swings that one down low. We'll foul it back to negate any chance at stealing an extra base for the Red Sox. We'll start off with a strike as well for Morris, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Singled an RBI. His last time here, strikeout his first. The 0-1. And we'll split the first 2 for Morris. Also came in and pitched a little bit. Brought some velocity to the mound. And Tribe hasn't allowed a whole lot of walks. It's more or less been contact. But it's a 2-1 count, the hitters count. And it's ball 3. And ball 4, one more. Would load the bases up. And things are slipping away from the Braves. Gotta find a fork in it, and it won't happen here. It's ball 4 for Fred Morris, and the bases are loaded once again in this ball game. And mound beating with Tribe. As well, Braves up against the wall right now. Tournament lives on the line. Yeah, this situation, you might honestly, you don't really care about players going over a certain pitch count and keeping somebody else for later in the tournament, because this could be the end of it. You go to your best guys now. Tribe still searching for the third and final out. And it looks like this is just a potential confidence speech here for manager Luke Meppleder. And he'll head back to the dugout, gives a tap to his guy. And Tribe is ready to continue on. Miller Goods due up. Bases loaded here for Goods. And smokes this one to left center field in the air, and a diving catch again. Who else but Van Clemo, or pardon me, Tyson Hogan, out in left field, I believe, to close that gap and make the grab. As that is another thing of beauty from Hogan, but what a 2-out rally it was from the Red Sox as they had 4 to their lead. It's now 10-5, and when we come back, it is a big top of the 5th for the Brockville Braves. They need some runs, and well, they don't, I guess, exactly need them now, but they'd like them sooner rather than later. You're watching Elimination Sunday here in Pembroke. top 5 as potential final 2 innings of baseball will start off here. Van Clemo will lead things off for the Braves, now down by 5 runs. Ashton Charbonneau, who struck out the side in the top of the 4th, back to try to continue his momentum that he created. He was just jamming. And that top of the 4th looked unstoppable. Swings on through his Clemo for a strike. Van 0 for 1. He got a board off an error by the right fielder. Walked his last time he was up and will foul that one off for a second strike. In play, down to right field. It's a fair ball. And Van Clemo will lead things off with a single. And that's the mojo that the Braves need if they want to get back into this game, as Tyson Hogan will be due up. And Hogan trying to get on for the top of the order with Jack Lanigan in the on-deck circle. Ball 1. As Fred Morris now behind the plate. In place of Miles Morissette. As there's a couple fielding changes here for the Red Sox. And there's a strike. Looking there is Hogan. And down to a knee and a swing from Hogan for a second strike. And got to make contact now. Quickly, Charbonneau delivers it for a strike. And a throw down to second. And that one slips all the way to center field and beyond. Here comes runner Van Clemo around, and he will score. Off of what initially was only stealing second, he'll produce the maximum and get all the way around. And the Braves chip one away. It's 10-6 after some phenomenal base running from Van Clemo. Strikeout though against Hogan. Second one consecutively for Tyson. We'll go back to the top of the order with nobody on here for Jack Lanigan. And swings through a heavy one. A full follow through for Lanigan for a strike. And that will get a piece of him. Lanigan will get aboard with a walk. Third walk of the ball game here for Jack Lanigan as well. Looked like lower right leg area. And he'll go down to a knee and we'll ensure he's okay. As maybe the adrenaline fades down a little bit for Lanigan after initially getting hit with that pitch. It's Daxon Meppleder due up. 2 walks and an RBI single, so he's 1 for 1 on the day. And so Lanigan looks good to go as he's sprung back up to his feet and ready to take on first base. And the Braves. Charbonneau still trying to pitch so fast, and the umpire disrupted his rhythm there, saying you have to wait for my signal. There it is, Meppleder up in the air, foul territory. And we'll start things out for a strike. Meppleder in the air, foul territory, or right on the line of it, pardon me. Throw down to first, that one gets all the way to the fence. Catch initially made by Miles Morissette to find out number 2. As Meppleder will pop up to third base. And Mac Lawrence. 2 outs here. And the Red Sox trying to keep their lead at a premium, up by 4 as it stands right now. First pitch to Lawrence, gives it a ride to center field, and the catch is made for out number 3. And the Red Sox allow 1 but no more. Off a good enter and a good read as Lawrence puts some power into that slice, but unfortunately won't find any outfield grass. And so we'll head to the bottom of the 5th, and the Red Sox will search to extend their lead before we go to a do-or-die top of the 6th inning for the Brockville Braves. They need as many as 4 right now, and it could be more after this bottom inning with the Red Sox trying to improve their tally. Big-time stipulations, and it comes down to the last inning and a half when we return. Bottom of the 5th. And it's Cam French due up for the Red Sox, who had a major bottom of the 4th. It was all done with 2 outs as well, as he almost rode through the entire order in that bottom of the inning. Just an inning ago. New pitcher to the game as well for the Braves. It's Daxon Mepelder, who will attempt to try and keep this game as close as possible for his ball club before we go to a big and potential final top of the 6th inning with the Braves tournament lives on the line. Now one's flown to the backstop for his second ball. French, quite the ball game at the bats, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. And swings there, but fouls it back. And that will do for a strike. And we'll go to 2-1. And down in the dirt, it's ball 3. And Mappleder joining the ball game. Trying to get into a flow. 1 ball away from locking French. And putting him on base. Love the 3-1 delivery. French, a comebacker right into the glove of Mappleder, as he'll say thank you very much and claim out number 1 himself. There's Miles Morissette. And that one's also up the middle. This one bounces past Mappleder and thrown to first by the second baseman. Not there in time, and Miles Morissette, first runner on here for the Red Sox, will be on first base. And here's Simone Guilbeault. This one to the backstop. There goes Morissette down to second. They will try him. And a good recovery as they uncovering the potential misplay. That's the second baseman was able to keep that one close to the vicinity of the second base bag. And looked for the outside corner, won't find it. There's Guilbeault. Favorite baseball memory. He went to a World Series game last year with his mom. I'm telling you, that hard to beat that. Guilbeault fires this one to center field, and the catch is made. A big one at that by the center fielder of the Braves. There's Beckham Lapine. There's 2 down. Lapine will get that one square in the back, the lower back area. And he'll trot on down to first base as he takes it like a champ. And here's Zane Malloy with 2 on, 2 outs. And this is where the Braves started to scramble in the bottom of the 4th with 2 outs, where the Red Sox got hot. And Mappleder trying to change that here, though, trying to swing the narrative. That one's inside for second ball. 2-0 lead for Malloy. And he loads up this one just foul as it chops away outside the first base line. And it'll be a strike for Malloy. As the Braves, you can feel the tension on their side, understand the situation they're in. As a strike to call. On the outside corner is Mappleder will paint it. And there's 2 against Malloy, trying to end the inning. 2-2 pitch. That one's thrown away as both runners on the go, and the test down the third, a successful slide. And both runners now in scoring position. Malloy will see the full count payoff. And strike 3 as Mappleder will get out of it. Leave 2 stranded, but most importantly for Brockville, a scoreless bottom of the 5th inning to send us to a top of the 6th. The Braves down to their final 3 outs. Need 4 runs to send us to the bottom of the 6th or more If they're not able to cover the ground needed, the Orleans Red Sox will trot on in the tournament and book a ticket for another day, a game tomorrow. That's what's on the line. The Braves need 4 runs. We'll see if they can find it when we return. Top of the 6th inning. Big stakes. Brockville trying to extend this to a bottom of the 6th. They need 4. It's Rowan Tribe due up. We'll have 4, 5, 6. Wood and Duclos as well. And first one fouled back after Tribe shows an initial bunt. Rowan 0 for 2 on the ball game. 2 strikeouts. As that's ball 1. Ashton Charbonneau, the speedster, likes to keep a fast pace. Back at the mound. And swinging through for a second strike is Tribe. And now he's got a battle. And outside for a second ball. And so Tribe will await the 2-2. And it's the ball 3 and a full count here quickly. It's almost like Charbonneau's got places to be. Here's the payoff. And just fouled off and will stay at the plate and go back to another full count pitch. As he threw it too early, so we'll do it again. Charbonneau threw before he could say play. And ball 4 will be the result, and Rowan Tribe will work his team a walk. In a big-time scenario, the Braves needed that one to go their way, and it does. Kane Wood. 2 strikeouts and a walk. In foul territory and a potential diving effort, but Gilboa run out of real estate as it looked like he tried to make an attempt at it, but probably a better decision as he was really close to that Brockville fence. We'll start off with a strike, though, for Wood. And we'll hold the swing upstairs for a ball. And the ball 2 as 2 go Kane's way. And we've seen the Braves have multiple times this game with the bases loaded. Haven't been able to convert majorly when they've had those situations, and obviously they don't have the bases loaded here, but I'm just saying they're capable of loading them up and getting base runners on. In the biggest of moments, they need to prove that they can come up big. And it's ball 4 for Kane Wood. Back-to-back walks. A perfect way for the Braves to start the inning. 43 pitches for Ashton Charbonneau. And it's Maverick Duclos. 2 walks, strikeout his last time, 0 for 1. We'd love a 3rd walk here. Trying to load the bases out. First pitch up high for a single ball. And Duclos goes through, gets a piece of it. Just looked a bit hesitant there. Wasn't a completely complete swing from Duclos. Can't have any hesitation here if he's sure of it. He wants to go 1-1. Wants to go on that one. This one's clocked to right field, and a catch is made on a knee from the Red Sox. And that will keep runners where they are and be a big first out for Orleans. And here's Mason Knapp. Knapp shows bunt, lays it down, right to the pitcher. And Sherver Noah tossed to first. And so Knapp didn't take out of the box. It looks like there's a potential collision there with the catcher. He gets to first now, but the umpires will all meet up here. I'm a little confused myself on this play. Knapp, yeah, he just kind of stood there and kind of waited for something to happen, and they threw it to first base afterwards as everyone was a tad confused. The bunt was laid down, right to the mound. So we'll see what the call will be, the umpires as they all meet up here just for a moment. As I don't know if anybody really knows what the call will be. As there could be some type of interference call, maybe with potential collision with the runner and the catcher. If the catcher Morris got in the baseline. And we'll let the professionals deal with it. And the runner is out at first base. And so both runners will go in a second out for the Red Sox. The Braves down to their final out of the ball game. And head coach of the Braves, manager, has been thrown out. And Van Clemo will have an at-bat here in just momentarily. And so Maverick Duclos will now be a first base coach. And so we'll again resume momentarily here. Everyone wants a word with the home plate umpire. That last call. And so, Clemo's good to go. Charbonneau's ready to go. Fred Moore's behind the plate's ready to go, and I'm ready to go. 2 on, third and second. 2 outs. The Red Sox 1 out away from extending their tournament lives. First pitch to Clemo. Will foul it back for a strike. And we'll start things off with a strike. Charbonneau, since joining the ball game, has been fantastic. Up the middle, a comebacker for Charbonneau, and the Red Sox will live another day. And so, umpire will actually call time and bring all the umpires in here momentarily. As we'll see what conversation is being had here now. And catcher's interference is the call, and the ball game will live on, as that will load the bases up. And so the calls continue. And so after I thought that we had the out number 3, we'll have catcher's interference being the call. As they're having a discussion of where were the base runners.
Rowe is on third. 9 is on 3. 23 is on 2. 11 is on 1.
As we'll have and we're still figuring it all out. As it's Tyson Hogan, 2 up with the bases loaded. He represents the tying run. 2 outs. And after the ball game we just now was ended, we stay right here. And Tyson Hogan 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Trying to keep the hopes alive for the Braves. As mentioned, represents the tying run. And it's first pitch in there for a ball. Charbonneau. Well, he's had a lot of time to think about how he's going to attack his next batter. And strike 1. For a guy who likes to pitch at fast pace, maybe not used to having to wait that long in between his at-bats. That's ball 2. And it's ball 3. And a 3-1 lead here for Hogan. Ball 4 with score run and put tying run on base. And that will be the result. Tyson Hogan works a walk. And a run will score for the Braves as they pull it within 3. And with the bases loaded, tying run is now at first base. And a mound beating here as well. Continue on to wait, as that will potentially do it for Ashton Charbonneau. And I believe it will. We'll see the call here momentarily, but that will do it for Charbonneau at the mound. Can't find the third and final out that the Red Sox are searching for, and I believe they do this to keep him available for a future game as he was hovering around that 50 pitch count. So Miles Morissette with only 1 out needed with the bases loaded. Can't get much of a bigger situation here for Morissette, but he'll find it. And looking to send his team to a game tomorrow. As mentioned, the winner of this ball game will play the 9 a.m. game tomorrow against the team that won this morning, the River Cats. And so, Morissette looks good to go. As we'll get back going. Orleans trying to be the fourth and final team to clinch a spot in tomorrow's games. The Braves trying to stay alive. They have tying run on base. In the first pitch from the new pitcher, Morissette. It's outside for ball one. Jack Lanigan, top of the order. And it's ball two. And a 2-0 lead here for Lanigan. He's worked 3 walks at a fielder's choice. Contact for Lanigan. Fired to goods. The scoop and the tag in the bag. And Orleans will be moving on as they confirm a spot in tomorrow's game against the Upper Ottawa Valley Rivercats. A 10-7 final score. As the Braves, back and forth they went with the Red Sox all game long, but it was a couple innings ago where the Red Sox pulled away, scoring 5 major runs and gave themselves the cushion to ride it out and take victory. And what a day it was on day 3 of the tournament. Our closest games of the day. It was a 6-5 thriller as Upper Ottawa Valley beats Windsor Central. And the Orleans Red Sox take it set 10-7 over the Brockville Braves here in game 2 of the day. As mentioned, 2 more games tomorrow as we keep moving on as the Red Sox and the Rivercats at 9 a.m. as one of those 2 teams will be sent home and the other one will book a ticket in the lower bracket finals. And then at 12, it's the last 2 undefeated teams, the High Park Grenadiers and the East Nepean Eagles, as one of those 2 teams will book a trip to the finals. That will do it for today. My name is Jacob Ewing. One more time, the Orleans Red Sox keep their tournament lives alive. And for the Brockville Braves, that will do it as they lose 2 consecutive games to go 0-2 and are officially eliminated. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. But for today, we hope you enjoyed, and please